horrible, worst thing, one of the worst wars Indianapolis had ever seen. A lot of violence, a lot of falsehoods, a lot of deception, a lot of betrayal. To be here, even to be alive afterward, to be free afterward, to be able to speak on it, period, is a privilege and a blessing.
For years, they had I just would say a tiff, basically is what I call it. A big misunderstanding, a lack of communication between the two of them that really caused a lot of things to go on that should have never went on. But it happened, and it's been resolved, thank God, and now they're working together, for the youth, which is what we're all here for, is for the youth. So that's a plus and a very big, big step towards a positive direction.
Well, I did 12 years in federal prison, and when I went to federal prison, I had a weapons violation. I carried that weapon in response to the police putting on TV that I was involved in a war. Our neighborhoods were involved in a war, but I was singled out, incarcerated because I wouldn't tell things that I didn't know. Did a lot of time in prison, had a lot of threats. People telling me, when you get home, this is gonna happen, that is gonna happen, this, that, and the third. I came home and did good business. I came home and got myself together, reestablished myself in society, became a homeowner, got married. Did a lot of good things, but one thing that I knew I wanted to do is I wanted to reach back across those lines and say, hey, I'm here, I know you're there, but is there any way that we can figure out how to make this work for us, not just as individuals, but as a city? And I think that's what you're seeing today.
This is a safe summer. Gives teenagers, what society considers at-risk teenagers, an opportunity to play basketball, be mentored, get a lesson out of it, and be in a safe environment. We feed them, teach them, love them, hug them, and hopefully by the time they get through with this, they go home, take a shower, and fall right out. 50 years old, I can't say that I care about the kids, or I mentor the kids, or I got love for the kids, and I still got malice and hatred in my heart for another human being. At this point in my life, I want my slate to be clean with everybody walking.
It's a violence reduction effort, but in order for that to happen, we had to have two examples. Today, after, I would say, since 2004, there's been a situation that went on between two neighborhoods in the city of Indianapolis. Never really got it solved or resolved, things of that nature. A lot of people on both sides died, a lot of people went to prison. So right now you have two of us who still are here from both neighborhoods, and now we got youth organizations. So mine is called Before You Fall, his is called Kids Count. So I think today we're playing through them. Vicariously, we're living, I guess, the times that we should have been able to do this. We're going to do it through them tonight, so I'm proud to be a part of it.
I'm not even supposed to be doing this interview. He's not supposed to be doing this interview. If we kept up with the status quo, he's tougher than me, I'm tougher than him. His neighborhood is tougher than my neighborhood. They got more guns. If we keep that mentality, then we'll keep dying. Kids will keep killing each other. I had great people in my life. I chose this route, and that's why I do what I do. I want to reach the kids that's right on the fence, that were like me, basically a follower. I want to stop them from being followers.
For me to be standing here on the thresholds of a basketball game between two groups that I think if we'd have had some big homies back then, that would have did the same thing, we probably would have played basketball back then. So for me, it's saying that, hey, before you fall, before you end up in the situation I was in, why don't you come out here and play a basketball game with some people who you might otherwise never have been able to do that with if it wasn't for us coming together today. So when y'all see each other in public, when you see each other across town, or when you see each other on the canal, when you see each other at the Classic, you don't automatically pull out your gun and shoot me because you remember me from that basketball game.
The one thing that I want them to walk away more than anything is the fact that you can have fun with people that aren't in your neighborhood. You can have fun with people that aren't on your side. You can compete and have good, clean games and not be mad at somebody at the end. You can actually meet people and you can say that they're different sides of town, but the same type of people. So just a little bit more camaraderie between the kids, and just like I said, building bridges from sides of town, allowing kids to meet kids that they wouldn't normally meet in any other situation. So just in case something happens in the future, say, hey, I know him, or I play basketball with him, he's a cool guy, let's just hang out, and maybe, like I said, try to reassemble the villages that we grew up with.
So while I'm still alive, I want to try to build it back up. I don't really care what adults think about me, honestly. As long as the children smile, and when I go to bed at night, I know that I did the right thing for those 24 hours, and then I just try to get up and do something better the next 24 hours.